To all those people watching, this video is not made for kids. It's for older fans and adults. So fuck off and enjoy the video.
Brake vans are burdened with one of the biggest responsibilities on the railway. With how notorious trucks can be, especially on Sodor, a brake van is a valuable safety net for the engines on a heavy train. Placing such a large amount of responsibility on them makes them trustworthy friends on the island. All the same, however, not everyone is capable of handling such pressure, so only certain brake vans are reserved for long trains. Arrived at Vickerstown, to which Diesel would have the pleasure of meeting of.
Well, hello there. I've never seen a brake van like you before.
Diesel's loud voice rattled the newcomer, but he was able to send a glance towards them.
Oh, hello there. My name's Bruno, and I'm new here.
A new brake van, huh? It's been a while since we had a new one.
The builders on the other railway told me that I was a special multi-purpose brake van to be used on all types of trains, large or small.
Most impressive. Anyways, would you mind riding with me on this next one?
I wouldn't mind, but I'll certainly do my best, but it may be difficult and...
Splendid.
Diesel coupled Bruno up to the back of a long mixed goods, as all the while the brake van remained anxiously quiet. Just then, Sir Richard Topham Hatt arrived in his car, as Diesel began pulling Bruno out of Vickerstown.
Hello, Bruno. Glad to see you arrive. Oh dear.
Sir Richard watched with concern as Diesel was pulling away with his train and Bruno in tow.
I do hope he'll be alright, since he didn't have his briefing. His last owner told me he had teething troubles.
Meanwhile, Diesel and Bruno were making steady progress along the main line. Bruno was trying to stay focused, but Diesel was in a hurry.
Come along, you wooden boxes on wheels. Lateness is not my colour.
Yeah, neither is black!
And the trucks giggled in their silly ways.
You thought that was funny, huh? Well, laugh at this.
Diesel bumped his train roughly, causing the trucks to grunt and groan. Bruno closed his eyes before looking at his surroundings, and he began to look slightly dizzy, and the trucks across.
Oh! You're getting now, you black weasel!
Things are a little different this time, lads. Just ask my new brake van.
New, you say?
The consul in front configured a scheme as he looked back at the spotless red and yellow paint of the trailing brake van.
We might be able to have some fun with him.
Bruno heard the trucks noisily scheming behind him, and throughout the journey, tried calling out to Diesel, but he found it hard to speak.
Bruno, that's the third time you've tried talking to me. What's the matter now?
statistics, nothing gets past Bruno. Now come on, Bruno, just keep it steady.
Yes, sir. Will do, sir.
But the trucks had other plans.
Okay, boys. It's showtime.
Very clever. But do you think you can handle this?
Now!
Wait, what? No! Don't do that! Oh, for Earth's sake! Why does this always happen to me?
Diesel lurched over the crescent and suddenly started sliding down the hill, rapidly descending on the other side.
Help! Help! Bruno, do something! Anything!
Diesel waited for Bruno to start braking, but unaware to him, Bruno was starting to freak out, and his guard found his brakes stiff to apply.
I can't stop us now, boys! Hey! What's going on? I was slowing down!
The front trucks looked back to see the last trucks applying their brakes.
What's the problem, guys? Are we losing momentum or something? We're stopping this game right now! Why would you do that? Come on, mate! Let's get this kid a break! All jokes aside, I feel so bad for this kid. He really looks like he's terrified. What fun would it be if the brake van doesn't respond? Guess we'll have to hold back now. Hold back, lad. That's all, folks.
They slid into crossbeam and stopped, just almost overshooting the platform. Diesel was speechless until he got angry.
I would want a word with you. Bruno, what were you doing? The trucks had to do the work for you.
I'm so sorry, Diesel.
Sorry? Sorry? I nearly faced an accident, and all you can say is you're sorry?
Bruno started to feel tears begin to swell up in his eyes.
Rest assured, the Fat Controller won't be pleased about this.
As indeed he did.
It's my fault, Bruno.
What?
I should have given you your briefing before you were allowed to set off on a train.
But, sir, he's a new brake van. He should be able to handle trains that size in his sleep.
As for you, Diesel, I would appreciate it that you ask me before you take a new brake van.
But with all due respect, sir, why are you defending him?
It's out of your concern, Diesel.
So apparently, me nearly crashing because of this stupid brake van is nothing of my concern, is it?
That's enough, Diesel!
Diesel went silent as Bruno closed his eyes. Of course, Sir Richard had been angry before, but never did Diesel hear so much passion in one of his controller's reprimands. The air finally went cold as Diesel and Bruno waited for Sir Richard's response. They held their breath, the tremble of frustration evident as Sir Richard finally spoke.
I will speak to you later, Diesel.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Shaken and confused, Diesel laughed slowly. After he left, Sir Richard spoke to Bruno.
I apologize for raising my voice like that. But engines these days, they mean well, of course, but they are just so thoughtless with their words these days.
It's alright, sir. I don't mind. I always knew that this was going to be a problem.
No need to be so cryptic. My grandson has autism. He is just starting to find his way. It is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. No one should ever be made to feel faulty for something that they cannot help. Now, I'll give you the rest of the day off, and tomorrow we can start again.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Bruno was placed at Napford Sheds for the rest of the day, and as he sat, his eyes never strayed from its buffers. He felt shaken and upset after what just happened. As the time went by, he saw an engine puffing down to him. It was Ivor.
Hello there. You must be new here. And I'm guessing your name is Bruno, right?
Yes, that is correct. You're Ivor, the Welsh tank engine who worked on a little branch line in Wales before losing his driver, Mr. Jones the Steam, due to an unknown illness, and was saved by the Vickers-Town Railway Museum manager before he was scrapped and then became an engine of the Little Western in 2003?
Well, that's some knowledge. Though I must admit, I still have that portrait of Mr. Jones in my cab.
Well, me and my god heard about your driver's death on the radio, and we weren't sure of the illness.
Well, if I'm ever in the need of some other knowledge of history, I know who I need to go to.
Hopefully not when you need a brake van for a very heavy train.
But Ivor didn't see the funny side of it.
You know, I heard about what happened, and to be honest, I'm a bit peeved at what Diesel did for being a hypocrite.
Because I'm autistic?
No, it's not that. Any new brake van would find being placed on a train of that size as their first outing would be really intimidating. Not to mention that disgusting comment he made afterwards. I wish I was there instead of the fat controller, so I could give him a serious talking to.
I had no idea you were so passionate.
There's a reason, Bruno. I'm autistic too.
You do?
Well, let's just say it affects me. I'm not less than you.
Bruno looked down at his buffers once more as Ivor continued.
But it still did affect me, especially when I was new to the Vickers-Town Railway Museum. It was a different time when I was first introduced to the museum. Nobody understood what it meant, or what it even was. And if you didn't know, after I arrived at the museum, I was often a bit anxious about working there since it was nothing like my old branch line back in Wales. And I was struggling with getting used to new surroundings. And it wasn't because of my age or my size. There was not that much for me to do back then. What it really was, due to seeing how many responsibilities I found myself with that became too overwhelming. I may be a versatile engine, but a lot of new jobs at once became a lot for me mentally. So, I spoke to the manager about it, and he decided that I should become used to it by doing some service for a while.
But couldn't you ask the manager of the museum that you wanted to explore the sights of Sodor?
Like I said, lack of understanding for my needs back then. Or so I thought. When I was told to help shunt in the yards, I started with getting used to the troublesome trucks, and then met a spiteful brake van, where I learned from Donald and Douglas about his true nature.
But why was shunting your favorite?
I honestly don't know. I found it very calming. And what's more, I can make a routine out of it. And of course, on my old branch line in Wales, I was oblivious back then. But sometime before I was put up for sale last year by the manager, my new driver came to me with a friend of his who was a psychologist. He analysed some of my traits and gave me a minor diagnosis of autistic spectrum disorder, or ASD.
Bruno's eyes widened in shock.
Do the others know about this?
Well, no, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think they'd see me any differently if I did or didn't tell them.
But what have you got to lose by telling them? You've proven many times in the past how useful you are, even on your old railway, and how many times I messed up. I even wonder if I truly deserve to be called a brake van.
Ivor just smiled.
So, you don't think you're a proper brake van, do you? Why don't we put that to the test?
What do you mean by that?
Well, come with me. I'll help you.
With Bruno and his guard's permission, Ivor coupled up to the brake van and they set off. As they went along the main line, Bruno felt much more at ease. Without the pressure of a heavy train being burning behind him, he could see what the main line had to offer. But then, they approached the bottom of Gordon's Hill.
Come on, Bruno. Let's have a run at it together.
I don't know if I can, Ivor. I messed up the last time. Who's to say?
Listen, Bruno. You've got this. Just take a deep breath and keep going.
Suddenly, Ivor lurched forward and Bruno yelled as he went up the gradient.
Get ready, Bruno. It might get a bit bumpy, but it'll be all over soon.
Bruno felt a little queasy, but he noticed something.
I'm alright! I made it! I just kept going and I didn't stop!
Looks like you found the objective of the exercise.
Which was?
Bruno, there are times when life will be scary, and it seems you won't be able to handle it. But those mistakes, they don't define you. You will learn to cope with them over time.
But my whole life, I've always been thought as someone who needs extra guidance. And if that's not the case, what am I?
You're a bit young, Bruno. You will find your place at time. And listen, don't focus on what others see or saw in you, because they'll never know the full story. Only you know who you are.
Bruno stopped and thought about Ivor's words with a smile on his face. Today, he had not only found a new friend, but a new respect for himself.
Ivor, can I ask you something?
Of course, Bruno. What is it?
Bruno explained his idea to Ivor's driver. Then Ivor's driver spoke to Sir Richard, with arrangements were put in place. Bruno now works as Ivor's dedicated brake van on the Little Western, helping him with goods trains on the branch line. He is now friends with everyone, especially Diesel, who apologised to the brakeman for his harsh actions. While Bruno finds the work difficult, Ivor remembers to be patient with him.
Hey, are you alright, Bruno?
I'm all ready, Ivor.
Now, these trucks are troublesome, so I'll need you to keep them in order for me.
Go for it, Ivor. I can handle it.
Confidence, huh? I love hearing that from you. Let's get going.
Bruno couldn't be happier, knowing he was now a part of Sir Topham Hatt's railway.
Can you guess who this is? Keep guessing. Did you guess? It's Rex, Mike and Bert.